Alright, so for this chapter is all about congruent shapes.
Why don't you just do the notebook check while we're working on our homework?
Because I tried, and with the freshmen they can handle it.
But we're not freshmen.
That's true, but I like to be consistent. So,
Just transitions.
translation.
Transition.
Transition. So, we're going to be looking at congruent figures today. The whole chapter is about congruent shapes. This one is about congruent figures, which is basically the same thing.
Congruent figures have
So,
the same.
they have the same shape and size, but they may not be necessarily facing the same way. So we will actually have like a whole chapter on these things. I don't believe that is this chapter. We're actually going to have a whole chapter on different ways we can transform shapes. So we can do slides, we can do flips, we can do a turn, or actually we will call that rotation when we do it.
Rotation.
So congruent just means it's the same shape, but it's in a different spot. So it's like you have two of the same blocks and you take one block and you put it someplace else. That's all that really means. So we are going to look at mostly just labeling congruent figures today. So when I look at congruent figures, they have parts that match up, or corresponding parts. So we can match up sides and angles. So if I'm going to look at a couple different polygons, or congruent polygons, and does anybody know what polygon means?
I didn't get the first one. They seem the same way. Okay, got it.
So we're going to be looking at different polygons today. Do you guys know what a polygon is?
Shape.
Yeah, it's another word for shape. It just means a lot of sides, or multiple sides. So when we do this, when we talk about congruent shapes, or congruent figures, or congruent polygons, they're all kind of the same thing. We are going to match up the same corners when we list it. So if I'm going to look at these two polygons right here, if I have shape A, B, C, D, and I want to say it's congruent to the shape over here on the right, I have to match up the same corners. So B, or let me back up. A is the first corner I've got listed here. It matches up with E. So if I'm going to say A, B, C, D is going to be congruent to this right shape, I got to start with E, because that's what A matches up with. B matches up with F. C matches up with G. And D matches up with H. So we have to match up the same corners. A goes with B, B goes with F, and so on.
Wait, what's under the yellow box?
It's the same thing, I just made it bigger. I just thought it was kind of small and hard to read, so I covered it up. I should have made it just a clear box. You know what?
A white box?
There you go. Now it's not even there.
I still see it. I see the outlines.
No, you don't.
Digging.
Alright, so we're going to do the same type of thing. We're just going to look at this shape here. So, both of these shapes are congruent. We're going to write the congruency statement.
I didn't get the polygon.
So, when it talks about a congruency statement, that just means show the left shape, or say that the left shape equals the right shape, or is congruent to the right shape, or in this case, top and bottom shape, and show it mathematically. So if I'm going to look at this, A, B, C, D is my top shape. I'm going to go A, B, C, D, and I'm going to say it is congruent to, and then I have to match them up on the bottom shape. So A is going to match up with H,
B will match with E.
and then B is going to match up.
G.
Say it, Ryan.
And then you're
Make me
done.
feel all important.
Thank you.
H, E,
F.
C goes to F,
And G.
and then the last one, D goes with G.
No, actually, I know what
Okay, so we've listed the congruency statement, or we've listed how the corners match up. We're also going to list which sides match up. So I'm going to take each side from my top shape, and I'm going to match it to the side on the bottom shape. So I'm going to go side AB, AB, and I'm going to go segment, because it's a segment there. it is going to be congruent to segment HE.
HE.
Down there. And I'm just going to keep going through and I'm going to match up whatever sides match up on the top shape and on the bottom shape. So I got BC next. Side BC is right here. It is going to match up with side EF.
Can I show you this one?
Alright, let's see. We did BC. We have CD. Side CD is
Yeah.
going to be congruent to
Yeah.
side FG. Segment symbol there.
Dude, I
And
think
my last
four
one,
before you
DA,
even
DA.
is going to be
GH.
congruent to
GH.
GH.
Knew it.
Pretty easy so far. Actually, this first section is pretty simple, I think.
Let's talk congruent sides and angles.
Whenever you chew gum for one, does your jaw hurt? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine pops.
Alright,
It makes
everybody
me-
got this down?
Or the gum
Everybody still working on it?
becomes-
Caleb, you got this down?
You guys?
Yeah.
No, that's what's on. That never happens to me.
When the gum comes.
Alright, for your first in-class problem, I want you to list all congruent sides, and let's actually make it
We're normal,
easier.
okay?
Let's list the congruency statement.
Man, I just did angles.
Call me an ankle one more time.
You're
So,
a thinker.
the angles and the congruency statement is the same thing, except the angles, you list the individual ones. So I would say like A is congruent to G. For the congruency statement, I list all in the first and say what they equal in the second. So instead of listing individual angles, do the whole statement to make it a little easier.
Wait.
Yeah.
So wait. So, you go,
Oh, okay, I'm just gonna go like what I'm doing.
so it'd be G.
Hold on.
What? What do you want, Quanta? Take out your dang headphones.
What's
It's
congruency
helping.
statement again?
It's helping.
Is it this one?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's both of them, right?
Huh? What?
Yep, but you're gonna remember to match them up. You gotta match up the right angles. Or the correct angles, I guess. Maybe a better way to say that. So if you start with A on the left shape, it's gotta match up with something on the right shape. You think it matches up with E, or are you telling me yes?
Yes on both, I guess.
Wait.
GB.
Here.
There's no B over there.
Good work being out there.
F or H. Where'd you get B?
I'm at A.
Give you a couple more minutes. There's quite a few to write down, I know.
No, there's not. Cause I just got done
And
writing
it's
them all.
actually pretty. We're actually
That's-
almost
that's
done.
what you're supposed to
Pretty
do.
close to being done already.
How you
That-
Like I said, the first one's pretty easy.
Yeah, so here.
Right?
Right.
You playing Pokemon?
Oh, that's too complicated. I can't do that.
Give it to me now and give it back after
What?
class.
Next time. Okay.
Let's
so-
give it to him.
Hit the charger.
Give it to you after, like, tomorrow.
Please try.
Okay, yeah, I got that.
You don't even be on one knee to say
What's that?
What?
That is-
What am I talking about?
It's yours?
You were right.
Is that
Oh,
yours?
I left the screen open.
Ow!
So,
You could put it
Right.
right.
it's basically what you
I-
do
No,
there.
that's still.
They have the same shape and size, but it may not be facing
Still
the same way.
Tyler! Cookie, mess with this phone. It's on.
Yeah, it's on, but it's not unlocked.
I know.
Oh, and this better be some oregano you have a picture of on here.
Wait. It's not fun.
What? No.
Just say
Oregano?
yes. Smile.
What
away.
is it?
Wait, what about the original picture?
Yeah, it better be oregano.
It is.
Mhm.
It is.
What's oregano?
Oh my god,
Oh.
Lord.
It's a picture.
Okay, Lord.
It's a herb.
We're in,
What's a
we're in
verb?
first class last year, Lord.
You asked that.
Ah.
What's a
I don't, doesn't mean I know what oregano means.
I'm actually kind of happy you're asking that, Mark. That makes me feel a little bit better.
Wow.
There
Why?
is some innocence in this class now.
Oh,
you have
okay,
no
if you put it
idea
that
how
way, now I
innocent
know
I
it
am.
is. Thank you,
Ask
Boki.
anybody in the room.
Yeah, she's pretty
Now I'm not innocent. Thank you.
I don't want to know. That wasn't like a tell me question. Alright, let's get started. So, we are gonna start with let's start with our congruency statement. And I'm gonna write it up here where I got some space. So, to help me get started, we're gonna go Lark. What's your congruency statement?
A, B, C, D, E.
Alright, hang on. A, B, C, D, E, okay.
Is congruent to G, H, I, E, F.
G, H, I, E, F. Alright, A, B, C, D, E, G, H, I, E, F. Looks good. Alright, that's my congruency statement. I put it up here so I would have some space. And let's go through and do the sides now. We gotta list all the congruent sides. So I'm gonna start with AB. So Kwana, help me out. What is AB gonna be congruent to?
Oh, I get it now.
Oh, okay, so GH.
GH? Yep. Alright, let's keep going through. Trista, what is BC congruent to?
I did.
Wait, what?
What is BC congruent
Look up
to?
there. I, H, or H, I.
It would be HI. Yeah.
Oh, so we
Those
can
would match up.
I'll just write it under it, huh?
So HI. Alright, let's keep going. CD is next, I think. Yeah, CD. And Mick, what's CD gonna be congruent to?
IE.
Yep, I. Let's keep going. Let me see where we're at. CD. EA is our last one. And Tiana, what's EA going to be congruent to? FG. Alright, and then let's make sure we got them all. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I wrote mine wrong.
Am I missing one? 1, 2, 3,
No, you're
4,
not.
5. You sure?
Maybe D.
AB, CD.
Are you missing D, E? D, E?
I'm
D, E?
missing
D, E?
D. Yeah, we are missing DE. That's what we're missing.
I said it like 7 times, Mr. Go.
Doesn't mean I trust you.
Wow. Wow, that's
I don't know.
hurtful.
I'm trying to be funny. It didn't work. Alright, DE. So Chloe, what does DE match up with?
How comes you will see?
I don't know. E, F.
Yeah. There we go. Missing one in there.
I was trying to be funny, but it didn't really work out.
Yeah, now you know how I feel. Alright, there we go. So, just gotta make sure you get them all in there. Can't skip any, like I forgot that one. Alright, that is actually it. Like I said, easy first lesson in this chapter.
Easy, easy,
Go back.
easy.
I
Why?
wasn't writing it down. Alright, yeah.
Yeah, he
Is
said he only
our exit ticket up now, Mr. Gold?
Yes. Not on this credit yet. Alright, that is it. So you guys have lots of time for homework today. Or this is also a good time to finish tests or retake tests if you have them. So that'll be a good time for this too. So give me a second to turn on your exit ticket in Socrative. Then you can answer that and I'll put the homework on Google Classroom.